Oh.
Oh my gosh.
No, you haven't had Bojangles before.
I have not. Is that weird? Is that kind of weird?
Very weird.
You want to just start this off with taking the first bite?
Well, I thought we already did.
Well, first of all, I've never done an interview before.
Well,
and now I'm going to do an interview and eat a Bojangles.
First time for everything.
Is this weird that I haven't eaten one of these?
We'll just start it off with a
little
Bojangles biscuit.
I mean, number one, it's
reaction.
A little hard. You bought this at what time?
10:30 this morning.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
Not bad.
I prefer Chick-fil-A though.
There you go. Greetings, folks. Welcome to the Jason Miko Show. We are here in Mooresville, North Carolina, with my new good friends, Mr. Chip and Mr. Kevin from. Tell me about the media productions that we're working with here.
I'll hold it for you. I'll sit down over here. Do it, Kevin.
Mooney and Zayak.
Well, I guess the first thing, when we talk about what we do, people ask how we met. Because we work well together. He knows what I'm thinking. I know what he's thinking. I have no idea. But the story I come up with is I needed someone to edit, I don't know, a promo or a little video for something. And I asked somebody, I need an editor. And I think they said Chip's name. That's all I know.
I needed a camera guy. So there you go. And we've kept it that way. We're like 2 men of a truck of video production. It's just two guys doing it all the time.
With a lot of gear.
With the right gear.
The right gear.
Not a lot. It's just what you need for the job. You bring out that and you slay giants.
We were shooting on Sony today. Mm-hmm. Any particular favorites right now in the industry that you guys kind of go to in the bag?
Camera-wise?
Camera-wise, lens-wise, just what are the favorites these days?
I love Canon. I love
shooting on them now.
Yep. I love the sensor. I think it's great. It's very cinematic. And then you take any Canon product and couple them with prime lenses. I mean, shallow depth of field.
Like film.
I love it.
Makes me look wonderful. It does. That's
like literally makes you look wonderful, or your work.
The final product looks.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Now, how about audio? As far as on set, on location, what would you recommend to perhaps?
I'm sorry, you got to speak up. I can't hear you. I'm a deaf audio guy. You see, it's this little hearing issue I got right here. Much like dog jaw, it's like a little issue you got there. But
ask him about his dog jaw.
Well, the dogs were.
No. I had surgery. I got dog jaw.
Really?
Yeah. Feel right here.
I feel like I'm being suckered into something.
Right here. Just feel right here. Just. I got him on dog jaw.
Can we see the tat? Can you do the tat joke?
Oh, because I go a long way for a joke? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
All right. So I had first tattoo. It hurt so bad that I had to go get it removed and put a Band-Aid on it. So I don't know if the camera's...
We'll get a cutaway. We'll get a cutaway.
There you go. There's a Band-Aid.
That's it right there on that angle.
Yeah, so... Anyhow. But speaking of tattoos, AmericanDocs is a documentary series that we produced. The first one was on tattoos. Mm-hmm. We approached them all as no narrator on any of our shows. The people tell their stories.
Right.
The story with tattoo is, give me what trust is it going to be for me to put my artwork on your arm? Not so much. Who's putting on that? It's just that the relationship between a tattoo artist and you, just let them put your artwork on there. Been to Austin, Texas food trucks, CrossFit, Renaissance festivals, vinyl records, what else?
Renaissance Festival was my favorite.
Yes, that was awesome.
That was my favorite.
Approach that, no one's eating turkey wings, turkey legs. The whole thing with that is... if you don't realize, if you have a Renaissance Festival near you, those people that are there in Charlotte leave here and go to Texas, and they're there for 5 weeks, and then they go to someplace else, and they don't go to weddings, they don't go to their family's funerals, they're a touring group of artists. Now that takes a little bit of commitment. So that's what we approach it as, is what's it take for someone to give up their life for their art and their passion to stay on the road basically all year long. There you go. And then CrossFit. CrossFit was good.
And I think the best part of the documentaries is we don't stage nothing. Other than an interview, you set it up, make it look pretty.
Right.
But we just take the camera and walk and capture it. We're flies on the wall. I think to me, that's the best thing.
Is that a majority of the work that you're doing these days more often than not? Is it more docu, more...
Anything. We're doing some reenactment work, which is a blast, you know. Let me get back to the shooting part about that.
Absolutely.
Because that's the one thing unique about us two.
Yeah.
MooneyZayak Films is 2 people. So
literally,
that's it. When we shoot, we shot the first show, Tattoos, 2 days. Edited, posted, done in 3 days. 3 days from the time we turned the camera on to where it was done and out the door. The Renaissance Festival, we had 15 interviews, all shot in 1 day.
Yeah.
Everything's done. Guerrilla warfare, where that's...
Well, I got to say, I mean, we've all been on a lot of sets here. Today was great. You guys are very quick, and I enjoyed working with you guys. It's fantastic.
Good actor over here. Good actor over here. He's acting right now, too.
We have a good knack at making people comfortable. I mean, just have fun. Laugh. Who says you can't
expand
laugh?
on that a little bit, because I think a lot of folks... the soft skills, they aren't able to really hone in on those.
You say soft skill. To us, that's a hard skill. You have to be able to get your people to relate to you, to talk to you, to communicate. We did a show on food trucks, and I had a lady crying over about a food truck. About a food truck.
About a food truck.
He's back there behind the camera kicking me in the leg going, go, 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 get her, get her. And it's when you bring...
I mean full out tears.
Yes.
And you guys are just trying to capture that moment then.
It's how you approach somebody and how when you can see someone there and they break down the walls, they just keep falling off one after another after another. And, you know, we don't walk in and say, roll, shoot, go, take, go. All that does is freeze people.
Right.
Stop, relax. Put people, they're people. Talk to them, appreciate them, and treat them with respect. And you will be amazed how they open up to you. From the hardcore to the sloppy to whoever, they'll open up and
comfort, man.
Yeah,
comfort.
Yeah. Now we're sitting here in, I guess, one of the studios.
We're in the Man Castle.
The Man Castle.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The Man Castle is where man things get done. We have a 26-foot stage out back with 220 power, barbecue smokers. This place was actually in Creative Loafing for one of the local bars, home bars. So, a lot of good times here.
I've never been to Chip Stock, and he's probably going to kick my...
Let's talk about Chip Stock for real.
Chip Stock.
Yeah, for just a little bit.
Chip Stock is the Zayak family and MooneyZayak Productions yearly event. We bring bands in from all across the country. We feed everybody, and everybody goes home afterwards, safely and sound. Bring in bands from New York. We've had Swamp Cabbage. We've had Webb Wilder from Nashville. Corey Chisel. You got to find out who Corey Chisel is.
I've heard of that name before, yeah.
Me and him co-wrote a song for my son's wedding. You can find it on Facebook or YouTube.
Shoot me links. Yeah. Let's put it in that description box.
There you go. So yeah, that's it. We love music here. We love people. Food, nothing spicy for this guy, but
or Bojangles. I guess I'm not getting an endorsement.
There's a complete circle. We're done.
Okay. Chick-fil-A. What's wrong with Chick-fil-A? It's Chick-fil-A? No.
Oh, I love Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Yeah. On Sundays though, it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
That's tough.
It is tough.
Well, any last words? At all?
No, I'm going to be here for a long time.
I never won a real job.
That's a great way to put it.
Yep. People out there that are always follow your passion, no matter where it takes you. Stay with it. I've been a audio guy. I used to run sound for rock and roll bands.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
First band was Wild Cherry. Played that funky music, White Boy. I was their sound guy.
Live or?
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Yeah, I ran with them 2 years, and traveled the country doing audio. Never know who you're gonna run into.
Real quick, any favorite boards as far as just brands? Any favorite mics?
Back in the day, I ran a 96 input SSL console. Woo! So it's hard to get better than that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, where we do shoot at for vinyl records?
Ardent Studios.
Ardent Studios. So we're interviewing John, from the owner of Ardent, and I'm sitting there, and he walks in and says, "Do you realize that board you're sitting at is where we mixed Led Zeppelin 3? Now, you want something to put the hairs up on your arm?"
Right.
And I immediately turned around, put my hands on the faders, and was getting some of that mojo.
What is the studio? People are probably going to yell at me for this, but were the Beatles in London?
Abbey Road.
Remember when we did the voiceovers for the first show of the Optimus series?
Yes.
I did it in Vegas at the Palms. The audio console that's in the Palms recording studio came from Abbey Road.
Wow.
It did the Beatles. This board did the Beatles. I'm sitting there with the dude right next to me.
So check out American Docs, the vinyl record. I think the title is Coming Around Again. We go to Sun Records. We go to Stax Records.
Memphis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ardent. Where else do we go?
That was it for the records.
That's got to be a cool series. I got to check that out.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had no intentions of going to Stax other than to get some B-roll outside the building.
Yeah.
And some lady is looking out the window at us the whole time. And we have a Movi camera stabilizer. And she's looking, and we just kept getting our shots. And we're not on their property. We're out in the street. We're on the other side of the road.
Right.
And finally, she just came out and said, "You guys need anything? Because you kind of know what you're doing. Come on in."
So she's the curator for the museum. My first question is there anything inside that we can shoot? She goes, "No, the consoles are gone." But Larry Nix has the original lathe from Stax Records, and he's over at Ardent Studios. I can make a phone call and set you up with an interview with Larry Nix. So we interviewed Larry Nix in this show, where he just gets done doing...
But he used to cut records. Elvis used to come in there.
Right.
So he'd record with Elvis. He'd have to go in there and cut a record, the proper term.
Elvis wanted his recording that day, not on tape.
Yep.
Make me a record.
So he could take home and listen to it and come back the next day and say, "Hey, we need to do this, we need to do this, and we do need to do this."
Put on a record for him.
For Elvis.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So they were like demo records.
No, they made the records right there. They lathe cut the records right there.
So they would cut the record. He would take it home. He'd listen to it. He'd come back with notes, and they'd go for another take.
Yeah.
Elvis, until it just was right. Yeah. And then they would that master, and then I guess that's it. So
they would cut a record, cut two of them, get in their cars, go to Memphis radio stations, and give them to the DJs, and the DJs would put them on right there. They did the theme from Shaft, played 27 times on the radio because it just came out. They put it on there and played it again and again and again and again. That was the era where you could record, take it right to the radio station, and play. Right next to Stax Records is Satellite Records. And the wife of the owner of Stax, that was her company, that was her thing. So she'd go over there and play records for everybody as sort of a marketing tool to find out what the young kids were into now.
Right.
So Stax was always trying to get ahead of the game on that.
Right.
And they ended up, you had Sam and Dave and Booker T and G's playing there. Well, they ended up with so much time recording that they needed another studio. So they moved everything over to Ardent. So half of all Sam and Dave stuff was produced at Ardent Records.
And Larry was, what, a week away from recording with the Beatles?
Yes.
And they had kept it a secret for a year because they were so big.
If it leaked out,
if they leaked out, people would be everywhere. And a week before they were coming, it leaked out and they canceled.
Wow.
So the Beatles were this close to being at Stax Records to record.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's why this job's fun. You just meet.
You never know.
Where else can you hear stories like this?
It's such a huge industry, but it's such a small industry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's this weird.
Yeah. Do you know that Nashville was almost Charlotte back in the day?
Really?
Studio One here in Charlotte had an engineer named Arthur Smith. You know who Arthur Smith is? Arthur Smith was the engineer for RCA Records. That was an RCA record hub. James Brown, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, was recorded right here in Charlotte, North Carolina with New York horn sections, and James Brown sent him away and said, "Son, you got some horn players down here?" And they had local horn players come in and play for that. It just so happened that Charlotte really didn't pick up on the music end of things, and they ended up all in Nashville. But Charlotte and Nashville at one point were competing for the same marketplace.
Never knew that.
Yep. Arthur Smith, interesting story. He had a little song called Dueling Banjos. He wrote that song, but it was dueling guitars. So they made this movie with Burt Reynolds and did Dueling Banjos. And Arthur said, "Hey, hold on a minute there, Mr. New York." Sent his attorney up there and said, "That song you're playing is actually my song." They showed up with a $15,000 check for him. Arthur took him to court, came with $2.9 million. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow. A lot of history. Well, I'm glad I asked any last words.
One more thing. We'll wrap it up again. All right. So, Arthur Smith's studio is really close to Bojangles Arena. Now we can wrap.
Do we get gift bags on this podcast?
Of Bojangles.
I don't want one. I don't want one.
Where can people find you on the internet?
MooneyZayakFilms.com, RavenEye.com, Facebook, Kevin Mooney, Facebook, Chip Zayak.
Do you have an Instagram?
Z-A-Y-A-K.
We'll throw in all those links.
No, we got Face Twitter. It's about the best we can do right there.
Show these guys some love. Hire these men. Although you guys are probably booked out a lot already.
Never booked out.
No.
I mean, you're never too booked. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Never going to turn out work.
We always do.
Call us if you got something crazy you want to do. There you go. We're your guys.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for sticking around. Peace.
Did you hit record?
Just checking. Because he's done that before.
I'm sure we all have.
Everybody has.